Hi guys, it's Shelby and I'm going to do a different type of video today because I had quite an experience downtown in San Francisco today and I just wanted to kind of vent about it and see if anybody else has this problem where they live. So I was getting ready to leave my house and my husband had to take our car and he couldn't come with me today downtown, so I had to take the bus. Not a problem for me. So I had to walk down my hill or whatever, and I wait at the bus stop next to the hill, because where I live is daily, like, they don't come up this far, so either if you have a car, you can drive, or you have to walk up these 3 hills. Like, it's quite a walk. So basically, I waited for my bus, and it's $2 to get on the bus if you don't have a Clipper card. I have one, but it's not activated anymore because I'm not going to school right now, so I don't really need one. So anyways, so I get on the bus, and I was going to get off a mission to take the bus downtown, but I am so thankful that I did not do that. Like, I would not have been able to handle it. I would have been winded up taking the BART anyway. There were just so many people, it's ridiculous. So anyways, so we get to the BART station, and the last one here in the city in San Francisco is the Balboa BART station, which is where I usually take. So I had to go purchase my ticket for the BART. So I go purchase my ticket, and I had to wait like 10 minutes there because there were just so many people. And at that station you have the Muni cars, and then you have BART, and then you have the bus. So there's 3 different types of transportation that stops here. And I used to take the Muni car, but it just takes too long to get downtown because they go on the other side of the city. So I just take BART because it is so much more, it's so fast. I mean, I can't talk today. It's faster than taking either the bus or the Muni cars. So if you do come here, that's what I would suggest. Go ahead and take BART if you can, because the other ones just take too long. There are some places that BART doesn't go, so be warned to be careful about that. Just a fair warning. So anyway, so I purchased my ticket, right, and I'm going. It's like the subways in New York where you have to pass through this little thing. So you pass through it, and then there's an escalator that goes down to the bottom where the trains come in. So I missed the first train, so I had to wait 13 minutes for the next train. There were so many people waiting because when you walk down and you're facing, like I'm facing you, the right hand side goes downtown, the left hand side goes to Daly City, and it goes, no, I'm confusing everybody. The one on the right either comes from Fremont, Richmond, or Pittsburgh, Bay Point, or Dublin Pleasanton. And then on this other side, across the platform, you have one that goes through Daly City, San Francisco Airport, and Millbury, or however you want to say that. So I have to take the one on this side because that one's the one that goes downtown. So I already had to wait 13 minutes for that, and there was just so many people, it was ridiculous. And then there was these 2 kids that I guess were in love or whatever, and this guy's playing hard to get, and this girl was wearing a really short skirt, and he was trying to do his best to make sure that everybody saw what she owned underneath that skirt, which I wasn't. I mean, I had sunglasses on, but still, like, who does that in a public place? Like, really? I don't understand when kids do that, and I'm sorry about my eye. I have allergies, and I have my fan on because it's like super hot in here. So please try not to. I hope this doesn't gross anybody out. It's just allergies. So anyway, so I was dealing with that too. These weird kids doing whatever. So I finally get on the train. Oh my god, so many people. Like, I know I keep saying this, but the reason why I keep saying this is because I have anxiety and I'm claustrophobic. And if you've ever been on the subway or a BART car, they're not that wide. Like, there's 2 seats, an aisle, and then 2 seats. So, and then they have this big on the BART, they have these big areas for like bikes and strollers, and they have sections for the seniors. So they're not very big, to be honest, and I already have anxiety and then claustrophobia on top of that, and my claustrophobia is bad enough where if I can't see the doors, I freak out. Like, I don't even go to the middle of the car because I get trapped. Like, I've gotten trapped before trying to get out, and it's like a jungle trying to get out. Like, especially when there's a lot of people on the weekends or a holiday, forget about it. It's horrible. So I always sit next to the door, like I said, and today I actually got a seat next to the door. And so we were waiting to leave, and we finally left. And then every stop I had to go through, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 stops, and then it was my destination. The 5th stop was mine. So I arrived at Civic Center, and I thought it was Powell Street, which is the street I was getting off on, but it wasn't. Because Powell Street's right in the middle where all the malls and downtown is at. So that's where I needed to go. And so I got off on the wrong train, and not only that, but people weren't letting me out. And see, this is what really bothers me about public transportation. And comment down below if this has happened to you in big cities. People need to wait till we get off of the train. Who's ever on the train needs to be able to get off of it. Like, this is ridiculous. This is why I hate taking public transportation. It's not the trip that bothers me. It's the people that get on that are so impatient. They don't let people who are already on the train. And if that's your destination, yeah, I understand that I got off on the wrong stop. But regardless, I'm already on here, and people need to just wait a minute. Like, I could not. People were not letting me off. They're telling me, "Oh, you need to wait. We need to get in." No. That's not how that works. If you were already in the train, you need to let us get off. Who needs to get off? Then you guys can come on the train. The buses are the same. That just drives me insane. The people do that on the bus all the time. It's just absolutely ridiculous. So I finally have to push people out of my way to get through, to get onto the platform. Then I realized, oh my god, I got off on the wrong one. So instead of going back to where I was going at, because there was hella people trying to get on, I had to go to the next train. And I finally get in, and I had to stand because there's no seats available, which that doesn't bother me. So I already had to stand. And then there's this group of people that took up most of the space with no seats. And this guy that was standing right in front of me, there's an elderly couple next to me with their grandson. And then there's this arrogant man standing in front of me. This is why I hate taking BART. Like, this is why. So on the BART, they have these like little handle things so you can hold on to, because there's no pole. So for safety, you have to hold on to these, right? So I'm holding on, the train's not moving, and then I hear over the intercom that there was a technical difficulty with the train because these are electric trains. So something went down, something happened, and so I was listening to my music to calm myself down for my anxiety, and this guy kept bumping into me, and it was really making me angry. Like, once I understand, like, but what I didn't understand, the train's not moving, so why are you bumping into me? You see what I mean? Like, I could understand if the train's moving and it jerks, because these are really, they jerk quite frequently. I totally, totally get it. That I don't mind. But he was purposely bumping into me, and I had finally had enough. I'm like, can you stop bumping into me? Like, this is getting ridiculous. You've done this like 4 times, and now I'm getting agitated. So can you please stop? Then I put my headphone back. I didn't even let him respond. I just put my headphone back in, and 2 minutes later, he did it again, and that was it. I had all I could have, and I told him, I said, we are at a complete stop. Why are you bumping into me? There's no reason for this. Like, you need to stop. This is getting, first is getting asinine, and now I'm getting agitated. Like, can you please stop? And he's like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't see you. I said, I just confronted you about it 2 minutes ago. How did you not know I was here? That, you're being arrogant. And he's like, oh, are you talking to me? Really? Yes, I just told you 2 minutes ago not to bump into me, and now you're asking me if I'm talking to you? Like, are you serious? Like, does anybody else go through this when they're on public transportation? Because I don't have any tolerance for that. Like, the train was a complete stop. It wasn't moving. I had asked him before to stop. I just didn't let him respond. So I put my headphone back in, and then he does it again. So when the train moves, and I get to Powell Street, he wouldn't let me off the train. Like, I was getting really agitated at this point. Like, my anxiety is from a 2 to like 8 at this point. And I told him, I said, can you please move? I need to get out. He's like, oh no, you can wait. I said, no. Please let me out now. And I'm like, all these people are trying to get into the train and I'm trying to get out. You need to move and let me out. He wouldn't let me out. He was just not letting me out. And I was getting very angry at this point. And I don't get angry easily, but this guy was pushing me. So I finally just pushed my way through, which is basically what you have to do when the trains are really, like, we are all like sardined in. And people that live there understand it's not a big deal. It's not like I'm doing it out of disrespect, but I need to get out to my stop, right? Well, this time I was doing it to be mean, because this guy would not leave me alone. He's agitating me as my anxiety was going up. I already had a lot of anxiety as it was, being stuck on the train. Horrible. So then he finally let me out. Well, actually, I kind of pushed my way out, and I kind of made some people upset, but oh well. When you gotta get off, you gotta get off, and you gotta do, because you get like seconds to get off the train and to get on the train, so I ain't got time to you know, do all that. So I finally get off the train, and then there's escalators or stairs. Usually I take the escalator because of my knees. So I take the escalator, and then people from the airport was on this train. That's fun. You getting on an escalator with all these people with suitcases. And when you walk on the escalators, I don't know how this is in any other big cities, but I know here you stand on the right to ride it, and then that way the people that want to walk the escalator can walk on the left hand side. So if you're just going to stand and take the escalator, you have to stand on the right hand side. That way on the left it's clear and you can walk up this escalator if you want to. There's stairs, but a lot of people like to walk up the escalator, which I don't have a problem with. But the people, there was like 10 people that I'm assuming were tourists. They had suitcases. I mean, I don't know. But they weren't letting people through, and it was really upsetting people, and I'm the one that kept getting bumped into. And I was like, can you guys please stand to the right hand side of the escalator so that these people can get through? Like, that's how it's done here. And they're like, we're not from here. I understand that. I live here, so can you just like step to the side? They didn't move. They made this person wait clear to the top. Like, that's just being disrespectful, you know? This is exhausting. So anyways, I finally get up, and then there's an escalator that goes up to the street level. So I finally get up to the street. So many people, they ride the cable cars. Like, there's a cable, like the famous cable car. There's a line that you wait at to, oh wow, sexy, that you wait to ride. So there's a line that goes from the back all the way up to the front. So many people. Oh my gosh. And the Forever 21 that's there is doing some reconstruction to the front part of the building. So half of that's already shut off. Then you got this big line of people trying to get to the cable car that wants to ride the cable car. Then you got people coming from Union Square all the way down to catch the BART station, because there ain't one it's not up there. You have to go all the way down. Then you got people from Forever 21, there's a Burger King, and the Sephora's down there. So you got all these people coming to go down to either go on the other side where the mall is, and Ross and all of them, or they're trying to get home or whatever. So you got all these people coming here, and I'm trying to go this way. People are coming this way. Like, my frustrations. The struggle is real. Like, the struggle is real. So I finally get to my Sephora, and there are so many people. Like, oh my gosh, I know I keep saying that, but my anxiety has already been tested, and I'm already feeling claustrophobic as it is, because there's just so many people. But I had to go to Sephora today, because I'm not going to be able to do it any time of the week, and I needed to do it for a video, so I just had to do it. So I go into Sephora, I get what I need, and I check out. The cashier, she was so nice. So trying to get out of Sephora was hard as well. There was a baby stroller, 3 people blocking the area. I couldn't get out. I said excuse me like 3 times. They didn't even hear me. So I like, can you, like I had to be forceful and like, excuse me, I'm trying to get through. Because in our Sephora, the checkout's way in the back, and there's just a little maze type thing, if you want to call it that, like where the miniature stuffs are sold, and it's the cashier's right there. So you have that line. Then you have these people trying to look at makeup on the other side, which is where when we check out, that's where we have to go. Oh, I'm getting exhausted telling this story. Just telling you is exhausting. Because I suffer from anxiety, the claustrophobia. Like, this is not a good situation. So I'm trying to get out of there, like, as fast as I can. So I finally get out. Well, then the only MAC store that I'm aware of in the area is in the Union Square Macy's mall. That's another trip. So I was walking on the same block where Sephora's at. I was walking down, and then these 2 men were fighting, and the police were called. And that was another. I don't even know what was going on. Like, there was a garden hoe involved. Like, it was so weird. It was kind of weird. And then the tourists were taking pictures. It was kind of hilarious at the same time. I didn't really know what was going on. So I finally crossed the street, and I walked 4 blocks up to Union Square, and then you have to walk a block down to this Macy's, and then there were tourists blocking everywhere. I couldn't get through there either, and I was getting agitated already, so I just said, can you please let me through? I finally get there, and then I have to go downstairs. I go to MAC, and I basically wasted my time. Like, I didn't purchase anything from MAC. None of the foundations weren't working. I didn't like the eyeshadows. The brushes they didn't have in stock. The eyeliner wasn't in stock, so I basically went there for nothing. So then I had to go back up the escalator. I had to go down, back through Union Square, and I went to Walgreens too, which wasn't a bad experience, but there's still a lot of people. But I came in and out because I knew what I was looking for, both in Sephora and in Walgreens, so I was in and out as fast as I could because of my anxiety. And then my husband took me out to eat, which is the highlight of my day. And then I'm home. Talk about anxiety. That was my story. I'm exhausted. I was only out a couple of hours, but those couple of hours, let me tell you, were filled with chaos. Chaos, chaos, chaos. So I just thought I would kind of tell you about my little journey. And I have several videos I'm going to be doing this week. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It is a different one from what I normally will do, but I just wanted to tell you guys the struggle is real. When you have social anxiety or claustrophobia, I totally get it. I have it pretty bad, and living in a big city, you deal with it every day, so it is what it is. So I hope you guys like this video. I know it's super long, but I had a lot to tell. And if you guys suffer from any like anxiety or any social disorder, put it in the comments down below. I would love to feel like I ain't the only one. If you guys deal with this in other bigger cities, I would love to know that also, how you deal with it. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and go because this is already an extremely long video and I don't feel like I need to talk anymore. So look for I will be uploading this one tonight, but I also have a new video that I'll be uploading tomorrow. I hope you guys like it, and I hope you guys have a great Memorial Day. I think it's tomorrow, but I might be wrong. I don't know. So I hope you guys have a great day. Bye guys.